You guys are consistent, and then I'm the wild card.
And Mikey's just gonna say out of pocket. I mean, all right. So welcome to the Generation 2 Pokemon tier list. The description says there was no tier list for Gen 2. So luckily they made a Gen list for tier 2. Sorry, not tier 2. Wait, whoa, but that just hold on. Now I'm getting more confused than I need to be. All right, they made a tier list for Gen 2. A Gen list for tier 2. Jesus Christ. How do I have to bring them in somewhere. All right, so with me as always is Darian. Say hi.
Hi.
And Mikey joined Discord, so he's here now too. Say hi, Mikey.
Yay!
All right, so we got all of the Pokemon from Gen 2 here. So we're going to rate them all. And as you guys know, Gen 2 has the smallest Pokédex when it comes to new Pokemon, so this should be very easy. First, we're going to go through the Gen 2 starters. So first, I'm not gonna make this hard, and it has to be. All right. Now, I don't do the pre-evos. I only do final evos most of the time, because most of the time that's what your final team's going to look like. So we're going to go with our Gen 2 stars. Let's start with Chestnut. Where would you rate Chestnut on a scale of A+ to D?
I think Chestnut's severely overhated, but before I say anything, Chespin's my
I'm
favorite
quoting them all,
first
baby.
person. Chespin's the best first stage starter ever for me. It's just a peak design that's adorable.
Yeah, it's pretty adorable.
But Chestnut, I think, can go in A. Delphox can stay in B, and Greninja's A+ because it's a ninja frog. It doesn't really get much cooler than that. It appeared in Smash Brothers many years after Gen 2's inception.
I've actually played
showing
that
it stayed popular throughout all those years. So Water Dark, brand new typing for Gen 2.
Yeah, also introduced the most toxic ability in Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. Nevertheless, but yeah, and like I said, I think Chestnut's really overhated.
Yeah.
People think it always looked kind of goofy. I think it's pretty cool. The Juggernaut, spiky shield.
Oh yeah, no, it's my favorite of the three for sure.
It was the first one I ever rocked with too, and yeah,
people don't really like Delphox either.
Greninja is just everyone just gravitates towards Braixen. Like even Pokémon Tournament had Braixen.
It's because the design is more feminine.
I know,
and less like witch warlocky.
Yeah,
and it gets really gross after a while.
But at least Delphox is really fun in Unite. I very much enjoyed playing them.
Sorry, dogs had to go.
But yeah, I do like Greninja. I think Greninja just takes the cake, especially after you include the anime. If it's just popularity contest, it usually looks like this anyways, so we're just gonna go with that. Next we got Bunnelby and Diggersby. I actually think Diggersby is a solid Pokemon. However, I don't think I've ever used it on a full playthrough.
I have not either. But it's not too bad. It's
when we play
ground is a decent little typing.
When we play Heart Gold Soul Silver, one of us are gonna have to add this on our team.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, it's got a funky little design with the fist ears. And it's like Dirt Beard, I guess.
Yeah, the Dirt Beard throws me off every time. I remember when they first revealed Bunnelby, I'm like, oh, this thing is going to be some cool, like, Cinderace type Pokemon, right? Like, what Cinderace eventually became, that's what everyone thought Bunnelby would be. So, yeah, where do we want to put him? I mean, it's not a bad Pokemon. Normal Ground is a decent typing. It gives it some good ways to throw out those hits. Not a lot of the rodent Pokemon break normal typing either. I think B's fine, though.
Okay.
You want to stick with B?
Yeah, I have no opinion of this.
All right. Okay, Talonflame. All right, next.
Yeah, it's really weird that we start Gen 1 with normal flying, and now we get fire flying, which is awesome, and then Gens 3, 4, 5 all go back to normal flying. Like
I have to be the voice of chaos. Put it in D.
Put it in D.
You can't put Talonflame in D tier.
No, Talonflame definitely is one of the best Gen 2 Pokemon.
Yeah, and pre-nerf Gale Wings for your priority flying type moves. That's any flying type move. Brave Bird, Roost, Tailwind. It can do. It's fantastic. Probably one of, if not the best, early bird Pokemon up there with like Staraptor and.
I also have to remember Gen 2 is the only time that most people played competitive Pokemon as well. A lot of people were able to hop on board because of the added Wi-Fi features from the 3DS. It was much better than the DS. All right, Darian. Let's get the Gen 2 bug type out the way. Where are we putting Vivillon? Vivillon, the pattern mechanic that it had, and eventually Eventually, Alchemy years and years later got that sort of theme as well. It's one of my least favorite features of Pokemon, to be honest. Because just like in Pokemon Go, like there's a really big disconnect between what you're actually able to encounter and what's actually out there in general. But I think the best part about Vivillon was it was based on the region of the world that you lived in.
Yeah.
And I think that can bump it between B and A. Honestly, I don't think I can go higher than A though, because this Pokemon's pretty.
Yeah,
meh.
I can't really. Yeah, I can't.
I
go
can
higher
accept
than
A. I just like the fact that it changes depending on region. I just thought that was cool.
Yeah, and of course with the surprise trade mechanic, it was.
Yep.
It was kind of easy to get them, and of course the GTS also had a lot of Vivillon out there. People would just trade Vivillon to get the whole pattern.
Yep.
And we'll get to it later, but Furfur also had some cool patterns that like I said, we'll get into.
Yeah.
Later on, some cool haircuts.
All right. This is gonna be a hard one. Pyroar is a very disappointing Pokemon because
Cringe.
Fire has a lot of common type weaknesses, and then you also become weak to fighting as well, while getting next to nothing in terms of coverage for normal type. I mean, you have coverage for normal type, but like it's normal type.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really hard to sell, especially for like a competitive sense. This is another Pokemon that I really just never got to utilize to the fullest. Maybe again when we play Heart Gold Soul Silver, I might pick them up.
Yeah, I used it on a playthrough for Heart Gold Soul Silver. It's not a bad Pokemon. I think I did get Hyper Voice near the end of
Yeah.
the Elite Force, which is good. Hyper Voice Flamethrower, but other than that, that's really about it.
Yeah, no,
What type is it?
it's
is fire
fire normal.
I think they had a missed opportunity by making its main just normal hair that's just red. They could have made it fire.
Well, it heats up. It does heat up. But yeah, no, because the normal type is this is an animal and that's about it. So they just took it. This is an animal. That's about it, and
it's
then
just
added
a
fire.
lion with an orange mane. It's really lame. That's why I think it should go in D tier.
I love.
Lame.
Yeah, it's kind of what they say about Typhlosion in later games, where
Yeah.
it's kind of its hair doesn't really the quills aren't on fire the whole time. Without it, it just looks super plain.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Mikey because honestly, it's one of the 2 fire types on this list. But it's 3. Sorry, Talonflame. But again, like I think the other 2 options are a lot more interesting. All right, next we have Florges. Say less. Where are we putting Florges?
Florges is great. Would have loved a more of a grass fairy kind of thing with another one of the new typings they showed.
Yeah, fairy grass would be nice. I think we ended up getting enough fairy grass types in the end, though. Yeah, like outside of, I think Diancie's fairy rock, right?
Yes.
So outside of Diancie, everything here is just pure fairy. But it is like the bulkiest, I think. It was easily the most used along with Sylveon. And it's a really cool Pokemon. It has that niche healing factor as well that not too many Pokemon get. I'll put out top of B.
Yeah, I'm cool with top of B.
Cool, top of B. All right, Dan, you cool with top of B?
Yeah, that works fine for me.
All right.
The only opinion I have is the flower.
The next one is Go-Go. Is Go-Go's pure grass?
Yes.
But
no
with how Gen 2 is, I could have seen this being grass normal.
Yeah,
absolutely
definitely.
ruining it.
If you look at, of course, in Gen 9, we have like Small Live Arboliva, which isn't like the worst kind of typing, but still kind of weird to just slap on the normal typing.
Yeah, but they did that a lot in this gen.
Yeah.
Anything normal's really cringe.
Anything that was really cringe, that's a base take, honestly.
No, like fire normal, grass normal, like anything like that's cringe.
And then, but they got Zoro.
Except for Ghost Normal. Yeah, that's nice.
That's a really broken typing. What are you weak to? I don't know, dark.
That's about it.
Good luck. Yeah, no. So this Go-Go is definitely somebody's favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. But not mine. I'm putting it in C.
Yeah, it's fine, but
right.
nothing like...
My hot take, Pangoro is the most boring of the cool looking Gen 2 Pokemon. Darian, what do you think about Pangoro?
It's alright, like you said, Dark Fighting was a cool typing, but it's... I don't know. Actually, I like it more than Scrafty a few generations later, honestly, in terms of a Dark Fighting type.
I dislike its typing, but I like its design. Its design is really cool.
Yeah, but them adding the dark type in Gen 2, this is pretty good. But to evolve it, you need to have a certain type of Pokemon in your party, right?
I don't remember. I will check. Are
I
you?
got
And
it.
you're looking
I
to.
already have
All
Survey
right.
open.
True that.
And I know because this is the reason why I never use this Pokemon. You need a dark type already in your
Yeah.
party, and Pancham is a pure fighting type, which is really weird.
I think whenever I use a Pangoro, I think I was lucky to have like a Greninja. I
Oh
think I
yeah,
started
yeah.
with Roki, so that enabled me to use it more. But some people may not want to use the dark type.
Yeah,
So
recently I've embraced the multi-type team. My Gen 9 team was all overlap. I had like 3 electric, like 2, 3
yeah.
flying types, like multiple dark types, multiple fighting types. It was completely a mess. But back then,
Controversial opinion. There needs to be more ghost type.
honestly, they only add like maybe 1 or 2 per gen most of the time. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
look at that 1 and 2. There's 2 ghost types on this list. Um, yeah, I can't remember if we have a generation that did like 4 or more ghost types. But yeah, yeah, I think this is I think this is fine. I'll put it in C. I don't think it's as like turn offish as Pyroar gets at times.
Uh-huh.
Its aesthetic counteracts its typing.
Let's see. Next we have Furfru. I love Furfru. This Pokemon's tanky. It's got a unique out of like battle mechanic where you change its hair and its style and it becomes a different Pokemon. It's a really underutilized part. I'm willing to start off in A. Darian, what do you think of Furfru?
Yeah,
A plus, A
A.
less.
I don't know. I don't know
A
if I can
plus.
go higher than A,
Okay.
but yeah, like you said, it's cool with the different haircuts you have. Like you said, that fur coat ability, making it physically strong. It's a. I still haven't used it. I was thinking of I might use it in the Heart Gold Soul Silver playthrough, but still, I mean, it's a nice Pokemon. Feel like it's a little overshadowed
Hmm.
in terms.
Yeah, because it's pure normal.
1 second.
Yeah, it's kind of
And I think the
forgotten
forms
a
changed
bit.
its typing.
I think it's just a haircut.
Did the forms change
Yeah,
its
they're
typing?
just no, they're just different haircuts.
I forget how this Pokemon works. Something it's literally just changing its fur, huh?
Yeah. What's your
Yeah, it
favorite
is. It's
trim
trim.
to go with?
All right, favorite trim. I know I have a favorite of these.
Mine was either Dandy or Debutante. I love the hats that they kind of give them.
Yeah, it's really
The
cool.
Kabuki one's not bad either, but definitely Dandy. If I had to pick a favorite, it'd be Dandy.
I think my favorite is Pharaoh trim. Yeah, no, it actually doesn't change type. I was completely lost on that one for sure.
And of course the shinies with the black
This is
coloration
going on
makes it
my
look
Heart
really
Gold Soul
cool.
Silver team for sure when we play it. For sure. It's a really cool one. Next is Meowstick. Luckily we don't have to talk about Furfru. Um I am a very negligible person when it comes to forms. I don't care about the difference between these 2 Pokemon. They're still the same for me. But
Yeah.
Darian, what do you know about these 2 Pokemon?
I think the female version, the white one,
Which
I
one is
think
that?
that's the
It's the white
the
one.
white one.
Uh-huh.
I think that's
This is the
more
one people
specially
use.
offensive. Yeah.
And
Even though I
it's
prefer the look of the male one, I'd use the white one, the female one, just because its stats were divvied up
yeah,
in a
and you really
way
like
I prefer.
Meowstick. You really do like this
Yeah,
Pokemon.
but yeah, the male Meowstic is one of my favorite looking Pokemon. But
Okay,
like I said,
but it never gets used.
um, no, never. But it's still a fun little psychic type Pokemon.
Yep, yep.
Surprised it's not part normal because it's a cat. But
Yeah,
thankfully they did
again,
handle
like
that.
they could have literally just made half this Pokédex normal plus another type.
Yeah,
Just to dick with the fan base, like they did in Gen 7. In Gen 7, they just made everything like weird optimal stats, and
yeah.
then make it suck at everything else. All right,
Sorry.
obviously this is another all time. Everyone loves to hate this Pokemon, so we're just gonna put it right up there in A+ tier.
It's yeah.
Now, I think Shield form is more annoying than the Sword form, obviously, so we should probably put the Shield form over the Sword form.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
Everyone
but
trashing the sword and shield.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. So yeah, it's crazy how it took them like another like couple decades to make Pokemon Sword and Shield with this in Gen 2.
Best Pokemon, hate me.
All right, Aromatisse and Slurpuff. Now, I am a fairy type trainer. That is my area of expertise. I love the fairy type. I hate both of these Pokemon. They are trade evos. They aren't that interesting design wise, and they aren't that interesting to use in battle either.
No.
They kind of I always just go to Sylveon, or I try to catch one of the previous gen Pokemon. Unfortunately, Gardevoir cannot be used in Heart Gold Soul Silver. It was not introduced until Gen 3, so I don't know how I would have done that anyways. But yeah, no, I'm just putting both of these in D, and I'm not even gonna ask for another opinion. I really don't like these Pokemon. All right, Darian.
All I gotta say is I wish it could go lower.
Darian, tell me about Malamar.
I don't really like Malamar either.
Ooh,
It's a fun little typing. Maybe I'm just being a salty spittoon, but
this is a contrary mon.
Contrary, I don't like Contrary. I think it's overpowered. I don't
It,
like
it
it.
is kind of overpowered
I
because
think it's really cool how they made you turn your Game Boy upside down to evolve it.
yes. I mean,
But also kind of weird.
I'm fine not giving it A, but it's got that A tier personality. So to
Yeah.
I like similar to how we put Pangoro lower. So I'm willing to put this behind. Yeah, I'll just say right there actually.
Okay.
Unless it's a ghost type, I have no arguments.
It is Psychic
It is
Dark.
Yeah, Psychic Dark is a crazy typing too.
Put it in C.
All right, next we have a Barbarnacle. Is that what this thing is called?
Yeah.
Barbarnacle. Nobody
Interesting
nobody
Pokemon.
uses this.
It is it's playing. I've started Heart Gold Soul Silver playthroughs. I'm like, all right,
I
I'm gonna
find
use
this thing
Barbaracle.
amusing because it is a
And
cool
I
design,
end
but
up
apparently
never
it's dog shit.
Yeah, I end up never using it. It's not bad, but I promised myself next time I play through these games, I gotta use a Barbaracle as my water type just to see what it's about. I said interesting
It's Water
typing. It's
Rock,
got
right?
water
It's got
rock.
that
Yeah.
Relicanth typing.
Yeah. Good physical stats. It's got Shell Smash. It does have a funky little design, but in the end of the day,
Really
it's
weird
just
design.
really just not really thought of at all. Not even with its typing, because you got Pokemon like Kabutops and
Yeah, you used to be
things
a
of that
fossil to get
nature.
that typing, huh?
No, yeah.
I like this Pokemon, but I just don't know why. But it's like apparently shit. But it's just really cool looking.
It's just kind of eh.
Yeah,
It's a barnacle.
yeah. Most people will probably agree it's not the best looker. Speaking of best looker, Dragalge is an amazing Gen 2 mon.
Yeah, I love it. Finally, as we see on the list, a lot more dragon types compared to Gen 1 with literally only Dragonite.
Yeah,
Gen
they
2 was a little nicer to us and gave us
at least two, three maybe.
yeah,
Yeah, like 3 or 4. Yeah, we got
yeah,
5. Yeah, we got
No
a lot
comment.
of dragon types. Yeah, no, that probably did great for balance against Gen 1.
but yeah. Poison
Um,
Dragon, great typing.
I'm willing to
First
put
of
an
its
A
kind.
plus because even though I think this Pokemon also doesn't get much usage, it's one of the most unique ones,
Yeah.
being poison type. Very much needed. Right, and then its other game entry, Clawitzer, is also pretty high up there for me. With what's Mega Blaster? Mega Launcher? Mega Launcher. This is the
Yeah.
Mega Launcher Pokemon. If you can't get a Mega Blastoise in your Gen 2 playthrough, you go with this. This thing's pretty cool. I'm willing to give it just A and then leave it at that.
Okay.
I just
I
find
can
its
work with it.
oversized hand hilarious.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's a specific type of shrimp.
yeah, I forgot the name of it though. But
You know,
it's let me see. What's the name of this damn thing?
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Let's see, and then we got these two next.
I just find its shape hilarious.
I'm gonna start moving these up while you do that.
It is based on the snapping shrimp.
Snapping shrimp with the big hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Let's see, we got Gudra. We got Klefki. Oh yeah, Klefki. Klefki is like the only fairy that has like a dual typing in this game.
Yeah.
Unless I forget another Pokemon. Avalugg.
Is also called the pencils. Brother, what?
The
The
what?
jet of water, the pistol shrimp.
Oh yeah, the pistol shrimp. Yeah, I remember that.
It's so the snap of its claws are so loud. If your head's underwater and you're near it, you could go deaf. And this is not a big shrimp at all either.
It snaps with such force it creates a pocket of air which immediately implodes.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It can cook things underwater. Think about that.
It's such a cool animal to base a Pokemon off of.
Yeah.
The bubble pops, it generates heat that reaches 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, this thing's cool as hell. I love pistol shrimps. Them and mantis shrimps. Mantis shrimps are also super cool.
I'm messing with the list here a bit. Alright, so Heliolisk is my favorite of the let's just make it normal type mons in this gen. This is the coolest one for me. It has a unique move in this game called Parabolic Charge. Which I think they give it to a couple other Pokemon. And then later down the line, more Pokemon are introduced with it, including Bellibolt all the way in Gen 9. So yeah, Heliolisk, I kind of want to start off in A, but Darian, tell me what you think of this Pokemon.
Yeah, I'd definitely start off in A as well. I love Heliolisk. It's definitely one of my go-to Pokemon whenever I play through these games. It's fast. It's good special stats. It's got a cool little design.
It also gets Dry Skin, right?
Yeah,
it's a Rain Team mon. That's also Electric type.
Get this poor thing moisturizer.
Honestly, yeah, I'll leave it in A, but I'm gonna put it up here.
Yeah,
I think we like it enough. All right. Then we have Tyrantrum and this is Amoris, or Amoris evolves into something else. What is this thing called?
That's Auroras.
Auroras.
Yeah.
There we go. I like both of them. I always said that I named my T-Rex after my sister because as a teenager she lazily used to run like a T-Rex. Goated A+ tier mon.
Definitely.
And what do you think of the other fossil?
I can also put that. I'll do that A tier.
Okay.
The Aurora Borealis kind of gimmick is fantastic. Rock Ice, although not being a good defensive.
This Pokemon's really good for its typing.
Yeah, it's got, and especially later on in other gens, even though we're not talking about that fully, they gave it like snow warning.
Yeah.
They may have given it.
All I gotta say is, if you don't like dinosaurs, you are D tier.
Exactly. I mean, you can't really go wrong with sauropods that resemble Aurora Borealis or T-Rexes. So.
Yeah. No. All right. So Sylveon. So Gen 2 gives us a new evolution. We get Sylveon. I mean, come on, A+ tier over all these ones. Honestly, Sylveon's one of the most liked Gen 2 Pokemon.
Hey, when are we gonna get a Ghost type ape evolution?
Maybe in Gen 10. We'll see.
Here's hoping.
Hawlucha. Now, I would have used this on my team at one point in our Scarlet and Violet playthrough, but unfortunately, I didn't think it was green enough. This is one of the most unique Pokemon. Again, I mean, this generation has a lot of very, very unique and standout Pokemon. For as small as the dex is, honestly, I think they did the best job with quality because there's a lot of Pokemon that you don't see anywhere else. Hawlucha is one of the earliest, if not the first fighting. Well, it's Gen 2, right? It's the first fighting flying type. And it has a unique move that interacts based on type matchup, which also fits into its lore. Honestly, this thing low-key deserves A+ tier because of how interesting it is. But I'm willing to drop it in A. What do you think, Darian?
Yeah, A is a good place to put it. Like you said,
A is
I don't know if there's any other dual type moves off the top of my head.
There's a couple. I think Dragon's Ascent counts, right? Does Dragon's Ascent work that way?
I don't think it does. I think it's just a flying type move because I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything.
I forget. I can't remember.
Because you can hit fairy types with the. Like I said, depends on things.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure it's just a flying move.
Yeah, no. There's got to be at least one other one though. I just can't think of it at the time. I know that See, it's weird because there's a lot of dual type Pokemon with signature moves that are like one type, but also have like an extra added effect, like how Scald can burn, and like Volcanion has that unique move too, right?
Yeah. Eruption, which is just a more powerful version of Scald.
Yeah. So there's definitely moves that are close, but I think Hawlucha's got it.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it does.
Now, Dedenne is one of the best Pika clones out there. It's one of the strongest ones in terms of just stats, let's go ahead and we did a Pikachu tier list at one point.
Yeah, they did a good job with
And
the
I
first of the Pika clones.
I hyped up the Dene stats. This thing's got base 81 special attack and base 101 speed. So it's fast enough, yet capable enough to get a really, really good hit in. If this thing was base 90 special attack, they wouldn't even be able to. It'd be disgusting. It would be absolutely disgusting. I think that's the only thing holding it back. I'm willing to give it B tier because I know a lot of people don't really like the Dene, or any of like these one stage Pikachu Pokemon.
Right.
But honestly, I would love to put it at the top of B, just because I love this Pokemon. Oh, also it's another fairy type that's not pure fairy.
I just want everyone to know this. I hate every single Pokemon that's related to or seems like Pikachu.
Oof. Oh, you don't like the Pika clones?
I will die on that hill.
Okay. I'm definitely not getting any angry comment about that one.
Get dying.
All right, Goodra. Come on now. Come on, Goodra. Anyway, let's Goodra, right?
I disagree. It needs to go to A++.
I prefer the Hisuian version that we got later on, but Goodra's pretty nice. This
is the pseudo.
Decent. Yeah.
It's since Metagross, it's probably one of the few times that a pseudo just doesn't fit the bill in some way, because even Tyranitar looks like a dragon.
Yeah.
And Metagross and Goodra is a dragon. It looks like a dragon, but it also looks like a lot more. It's a lot more mystical. Honestly, this thing could even pass for fairy type, but it's pure dragon. I think I'll put it above Dragology just because of, there's so many cool dragon types. All right.
Yeah, that's nice.
I love Klefki, but this thing only exists to be annoying. I think we're fine. Yeah. Okay, Dan, B or C? How much do you like Boo Boo Keys from SpongeBob SquarePants?
C.
C? Ooh, okay.
Yeah, we'll go C.
I'll put it above Meowscarada though, because this thing's competitive usage is insane. I'll put it at the top of C.
I had some playing Ubers for a while.
I just considered it Jingly Keys. That's all I gotta feel about it.
Yeah, it's Boo Boo Keys from an episode of SpongeBob. But if you tried to type that in, it was banned because it spelled boob. Trevenant. Talk about ghost types. Trevenant is probably one of my favorite ghost types.
I'm holding you hostage right now. It's going in A+.
I'm completely fine putting it in A+, but
it's cool.
But it has one downside. How does it
compare to Gorg? Yeah.
What is this downside?
It's kind of just there. It's closer to a Stallmon, right? I mean, it's got hammer arm and stuff, but even in Unite, they make it like a defender.
Yeah.
I think Unite's killing it for me though. So I'm not gonna count it. I'll just put it at the bottom of A+ tier. We have a lot of A+ ones, but to be fair, this is just one Pokemon expressed twice. It is a small list to begin with. Gourgeist is a pretty cool pumpkin. Also Ghost and Grass. This is literally the Halloween Pokemon. It has Trick or Treat as an attack, right?
Yes.
And that changes you to a Ghost type or a Grass type.
I believe so. I think it's Ghost.
Yeah, I'll put an A. Avalugg, big ice bruisey boy that nobody really appreciates. Darian, what do you think about this thing?
I enjoy Avalugg, just like Goodra. I think I prefer the Hisuian form that we got later on, but it's still not it's not terrible. It's very defensive, and it's got some decent HP and some stats, but it's okay. I don't really know too much what to say about it. It's a
Pokemon I want to like because it's obvious. It's like obvious hate bait because it's like pretty boring. It's just a big glacier shard. I don't think a lot of people really like this Pokemon unless they're trying to use it for its defensive features. But playthrough wise, I think most people turn it down. So I'm gonna put it at the bottom of C. But I'm not gonna put it in D with the Pokemon that are like, eh.
Yeah, exactly.
How do we avoid putting every dragon type in A+ tier? It evolves really late into the game, but you also get it really late into the game.
Yeah, you evolves real late. Noibat is so bad.
And it's like dragon flying, right?
Yeah, it's dragon flying. It's
Put at the top of A tier.
Now that I can vibe with.
Just so you don't put every dragon in.
Yeah.
This one's the least unique. It's not T-Rex. It's not poison type. It's not gooey.
It's just a big old bat.
All right, so Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde go in that order based on our previous tier list video. How do we not put all the legendaries in A+ tier?
That's a good question. Not Zygarde. Yveltal is probably my favorite legend. It's up there. It had such a cool design when I first saw it. And as you know, I didn't really get into Pokemon too much, but the Heart Gold Soul Silver games were my first, and I definitely chose the version I chose based on the legendaries, which is how most people do it. And once I saw Yveltal with that Y shape and the way it just looks, cool typing, dark flying, it was a no-brainer. Like I said, I do enjoy Xerneas. Xerneas probably has the most overpowered move in all of Pokemon in Geomancy.
Yeah, the 2-turn, but you can like attach an herb and it just gets a
Yeah.
massive stat buff in 1 turn. Which makes sense for the whole like bringing life thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just because it'll probably make somebody angry, I'm just gonna put them above the rest in their own tier, even though they don't necessarily deserve it. And then Zygarde's gonna be at the end of that because Zygarde still has not gotten its due. But we're gonna
Correct.
do that. All right, that's every Gen 2 Pokemon from Pokemon Gold and Silver, with the remakes Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Let us know what you think of this list. Obviously, you guys are going to. A few of you at least. And yeah, happy April Fools coming up here soon. Anything else to add there?
No, no happy April
no.
Fools. Fuck you guys. April Fools are cringe. Joke's on you, April Fools.
Oh my, you did all that just so you could. Mikey had to get his hit in. What were you saying, Darian?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Not much else to say.
Yeah.
Good list. Good gen overall.
Great gen. Can't wait to replay this one in a couple months.